Здравейте, здравейте отново! Завръщам се на сцената, за да ви кажа, че ни предстои един страхотен разговор с ето тази прекрасна жена. Но преди да я поканим на сцената, нека видим един клип.
You never told me where you're from.
Valantis.
Valantis? You're far from home. The boy was lucky you were here.
He was unlucky that you were. What if I told you my father sold lace on the Long Bridge, and my mother, my brother, and I lived with him above our shop?
Call you a liar.
Not very noble to accuse a lady of dishonesty.
Father, smith, warrior, mother, maiden, crone, stranger. I am hers, and she is mine, from this day until the end of my days.
Give me something to do.
Ready to work?
Please. I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Just give me something to do. This is the only pure thing in this world. How do you still live?
Because it is the will of Ewa.
Ewa. I see you.
Damn right you do.
Burn them all. I am the fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, can we welcome on stage Oona Chaplin? Please take a seat.
Wow, you weren't kidding. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Guys, don't be shy. If you have a question for Oona, there is a microphone here in the middle, so please use it. If your question is in Bulgaria, I am here to help with the translation. Oona, how are you? How do you feel to be here?
Oh, I'm so good. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's my first Comic-Con, so I'm really, really happy. And I have to say that this has set a really high standard for any future Comic-Cons.
Guys, this is so exciting. This is the first Comic-Con, and it's the Comic-Con Bulgaria.
The vibe, like, there's been such a joyful feeling. Everybody's having a good time. There's been some really good questions. There's like thoughtful. You guys speak amazing English. So thank you for that, because I don't speak very good Bulgarian. So I feel very good.
But you do have a special relationship with Bulgaria. Do you mind sharing?
Oh, yeah. So one of the reasons that I accepted this invitation was because when I was 1 and 2 and 3 years old, my best friend, called Lati, she's Bulgarian. And so when this opportunity came up, I was like, I wonder if I could find her. So after this, tonight, I'm going to go out with my best friend from when I was a baby. And so we're going to go and see and have a good time. You know, I'm going to see her and I'll be like, what have you been up to for the past 37 years?
You have a lot of catching up to do.
Right.
Definitely. And we already have some eager people for questions I can see. Let's begin with the first one.
Hello, I was wondering which scene was your favorite for acting? Like, which did you enjoy most acting?
Like ever?
Yeah, even, like, I'm asking for the Avatar movie.
Oh, for Avatar?
Yeah.
The favorite for acting? I mean, there's just I was doing it for 18 months. So it's a lot of time span, but I was really fortunate to act with Steve Lang, who we call Slang, and he's really fun, and I learned to love him and trust him deeply. So the yurt scene has to be my favorite, because it was really fun to do that with him.
That's amazing. Thank you for answering my question.
Thank you. The next question, please.
Hello. Surprise.
Do you know what it was like for your mom to play your great-grandmother in the 1992 film Chaplin?
I actually don't. That's a really good question, and I can tell you that as a part of the audience, that she did a really amazing job. And if I was her, I'd be a little bit tripped out. But it was. She did such an incredible performance. Thank you for bringing that.
Mm-hmm. Did you like the movie?
Oh yeah, it was so great.
Okay, thank you. My dad's a really big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next question, please.
Hi. Hello. Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding. I think everybody remembers where they were when they saw it. It was so shocking. So my question is, as an actress, how do you prepare to play something so visceral? You know, because okay, spoilers, you get murdered, but it's a very jarring scene because your character also is also pregnant at the time, and it's just wow. So how do you get in that headspace to play something so scary, honestly, scary, yeah.
The thing, I didn't really get in the headspace because I couldn't prepare, because I didn't know how big it was going to be. Like when we got to the set and I saw there was hundreds of people, the drummer from Coldplay was like in the thing. I was like, oh my God, this is a big deal. So I didn't really prepare, just, you know, we're just doing it in the moment. But I can share with you that so we took, I think, 3 or 4 days to shoot that. And the director, called David Nutter, who's a legend, like he is so amazing. At one point he had to come up to me and say, hi, Oona, hi. So, Oona, you're dead. And dead people don't cry. So can you stop crying? And I'm like, it's so sad. It's so sad.
Wow. Oh, wow. Thanks. And I have another question. Is it truly more fun to play a villain or not? Well, I've heard that, so.
I think it's the most fun to play real people.
Right.
Because everybody's complex. I don't think there is such thing as a villain or a hero. Everybody's got a little bit of everything, and that's what I like to do.
Wow, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, I have a small request. Can we keep it one question each, just so that we have enough time? Thank you.
Hello, I have a question about Game of Thrones. I was gonna ask, what was the atmosphere in the room where you were reading the script? Like, how were you feeling about the fact that you didn't know if you were gonna die or not every time you were reading the new script?
I knew I was going to die right away because they told me when I got the job. They were like, you're going to die at the end of season 3. And so for 1.5 seasons, every time the script would come in, I would just be like, oh, I hope it's a cool death. I hope it's a cool death. But I didn't realize it was going to be as terrible, as awful, as horrifying, and as magnificent as it was. So it was definitely a pleasant surprise, weirdly.
Yeah.
What was like the atmosphere in the room where everyone was in? Like,
we get the scripts separately.
Separately, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but the atmosphere in the room when we were shooting it was, as I said, it was really sad. Because it wasn't just that it was the Red Wedding and we, you know, our favorite characters were going to die, but also it was the end of us being together in that way. And we had all become very fond of one another, and we had become friends, you know, almost like a family. So we were all really sad that that was like the end for us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I love you, by the way.
Thank you.
Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. I wanted to ask you something about Avatar 3, about Varang. Were there any personal traits of hers that resonated with yours during the filming and as a whole in real life?
I'm definitely not as bloodthirsty as Varang. My husband would argue that before I have coffee in the morning, I resemble her a lot. But I don't agree.
Of course.
I think what came through that was similar to me was maybe I didn't think about as much. But what I really appreciated about playing Varang was what I got to learn. and I got to learn about what it means to have power. Power instead of control, you know. Power because when Varang says go, people go. You know, they don't doubt. So what does it take to be the kind of person that can say go with that kind of conviction? And that was a school for me. It was very humbling, and I'm still learning from that. So that was really fun. My favorite gift that she gave me was about leadership.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next one, please.
Hello. I was just wondering, what was your least favorite scene to film in Avatar?
There's no such thing. Every day going into the set, you know, we were in there for 1.5 years. Every day is an immense privilege. Every day I would go there, and sometimes just to go and watch the other actors work and watch Jim Cameron work. Sometimes I would go, and because they had a gym, I'd be like, oh, I'll just go work out, and I'll just like pretend to work out for like an hour, and then go over to the cafeteria and just watch whatever was happening. Sometimes they were building sets, sometimes they were, it was such a privilege to be there working with people who really care about storytelling, who really care about one another, and who really care about the world. So thank you. It was, yeah, no such thing.
Thank you.
Hey, Oona, thank you for being here. I have my question in a written form as I don't want to mess up. It's a bit of a performance anxiety. Based on info from previous interviews, it seems like there have been expectations, both internal and external ones, for you to become an actress, unsurprisingly based on your family history. Could you take us back in time to the moment and mindset when your doubts were put to rest for this career path, and if it is relevant to the answer, to share a bit more about the alternative options if acting wouldn't have been what you have chosen at the end? I assume that some of them, like dancing, are now lifelong hobbies or inherent skills that you know. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to come closer to you because I didn't understand a thing that you said.
I am very sorry. My question was, can you take us back in time to the moment when you decided to give 100% of yourself to acting?
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'm still thinking about 100%. I like telling stories. I like telling stories to my daughter, who's going to be 3 in August. I like telling stories to my husband and my family. And I think that for me is that's the greatest joy of this life, is to hear stories, to listen to stories, and to take care of them and really keep them like little treasures in my heart, and then to tell them. It's like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And so I like to hear stories and read stories from as many different places as I can, and tell them to whoever's listening. But acting is one way that I do that, and I have been so blessed to work, and I will keep working as long as people will hire me. And hopefully that'll be a long time, but if it isn't, I'll just find something else to do, because you know what? Acting is also just a job. And it's a job that I enjoy doing, but I also enjoy gardening, so maybe I'll be a gardener.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I want to give you a huge spoiler. On this Adventure Comic Con here in Bulgaria, we have never had a star like this. Such an actor from such a huge movie like the one standing right behind you. We have never had somebody like you here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And my question has nothing to do with the picture behind you. If one day you had a chance to be an actor in a black and white movie that you cannot speak in, would you take such an adventure? I'm pretty sure you know why I'm asking.
Yes, 100%, if it was a good script.
I want to add just one more thing. I wish you to do that, and I cannot wait to see you in such movie and to hear one day that she was as good as her grandfather, and to see your name next to the one of your grandfather. I wish you that, and I cannot wait to see it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In my opinion, nobody will ever be as good as my grandfather.
But you're the one that has a chance to do that. You has a chance to do that.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Hi. Okay, so my question is on the set of Avatar, did you have any hardships?
Any hardships?
Yeah.
It was the most fun and the most challenging. I mean, you have to realize that everybody in that room is a genius. Everywhere you look, it doesn't. You can throw a ball and it will hit a genius in the room. And so, you're working with excellence is very challenging. Because, you know, all of the part of your mind that is trying to tell you that you don't deserve to be there, and they're just a matter of time before they figure out you're a fraud and they fire you and hire someone better. And oh my God, I can't, like how, you know, all of those voices, there's no time. There's no time for them. And you have to, I had to, believe in myself and believe in the trust that James freaking Cameron put in me, and that was really hard for me every day, but I'm really grateful for it as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Oona. Hello. You wanting to be a gardener really reminds me of George R.R. Martin and the way he writes his books. Yeah. So I really loved your character in Game of Thrones. Talisa originally wasn't in the books, so you had to build her almost from scratch. And if she had somehow survived the Red Wedding, do you see her evolving more in a world with dragons and White Walkers?
I mean, yeah, she would just find, I think, or I like to think, that she would have found a way to be in service. Because that's the kind of person that she was, and that's why I like her so much. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think the TV series, unfortunately, wouldn't have been as good if the Red Wedding wasn't there.
Yeah,
it's like one of the most devastatingly brilliant moments. So it's like, maybe in another world, maybe.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I have a question about Avatar. What is your most favorite trait about Varang?
Most favorite what?
Most favorite trait in Varang.
The most favorite trait?
Yeah.
This is one of the first things that Jim Cameron told me as a way to orient the character development that really surprised me and fascinated me. And that is, whenever she's afraid of something, her first instinct is to go towards it. And for me, if I'm afraid of something, my first instinct is to go run away as fast as I can. And then I have to remind myself, no, be brave. You can do the, you know. But so that was a really cool thing to work with. Oh, there's something that I'm afraid of. Go towards it and then decide whether I destroy it or have sex with it or what, you know?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And by me, I mean Varang, just to be clear.
Yeah, Varang.
Hello, I have a question regarding Avatar. What was the most difficult thing you had to do in your preparation for the role of Varang? So, or learn, for example.
Yeah, I think for really the most difficult part was, woo! The most difficult part was to stay focused. No, that's just me. But no, the most difficult part was really the leadership piece, like the believing in myself, because she is, you know, in my life, I've spent, and I think as a woman, you probably understand this, you know, we spend so much time apologizing just for being there and not wanting to be too big because we might get the wrong kind of attention, or not wanting to do too, and it's like so much of our lives is spent being afraid of our power and our brilliance because of what that might mean, you know, for the kind of choices that we have to make. And she wasn't afraid of her own, she isn't afraid of her own brilliance. She isn't afraid of her own power. So it's like that fear, that way of embodying that kind of presence and that kind of empowerment was really it was a far cry for me. So I really enjoyed the challenge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. If you could go back to when you first started acting, just a moment, what advice would you give your younger self?
Keep doing what you're doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, because, you know, I like my life now. And so all of the hardships and the mistakes and the moments where I was out of integrity or I made the wrong decision, or however it is that I think about things of my past, like I'm here today with you guys, and I get to live this life, and I'm really happy for it. So all of the steps, all of the mistakes, all of the pain and everything, that's how I got here. So I would say to my young self, like, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna be 40 and you're gonna be so happy.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I ask you if you could tell us more about your experience on Avatar, and who was your favorite person on set?
On set.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard to choose a favorite person on set. The garbage guy? He's no longer with us. He passed away. But every time he dressed like he was a character in Star Wars, and he is fascinating guy. He would hand write, like all these stories from the set, and he gave presents to us. Like he would give me like all the stories that he'd written about me and the things that he saw everybody doing, and he would spend so much time with so much care separating the recycling from the trash and the compost, and he would go through every single bag of trash to make sure that everything was correctly separated. And he was just like a mythical being. Like he was definitely one of my favorite characters there. And yeah, he's no longer with us. He passed away, but he was also like a rebel. He kind of looked like a rock star. I was like, who is this guy?
It's so cool.
Yeah. But it was an amazing experience. It was 18 months. It helped me grow up. We had so many beautiful memories. I really loved working with everybody. But I got to learn a lot about what it means, to just believe in yourself, believe in myself.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you.
Hello, it's very nice to meet you. My question is, was it difficult for you to get into the right mindset to play Varang, considering how difficult and how tragic her backstory truly is?
Thank you for that. Yes, it was. It was hard I covered my trailer in, I'll never do this again, but I covered my trailer in printouts of the most horrific scenes of like burn victims and volcanic destruction, and like it was horrible. Everywhere I looked, there was like, oh God, people, you know. And I did that because I did want to have her pain really present, because I wanted to make her real, you know. And so it was definitely hard, and I don't think I need to do that again. The other part that was really hard for me physically, that I still feel the consequences of, is, you know, I don't know if you can't see it there, but you know, she's got like a rope bra. So that was a part of the costume development that I did with Deborah Scott Lee, who won the Oscar for the costumes, and or the BAFTA, can't remember, BAFTA, and she and I were talking about how important it was to close Varang's heart. Because, you know, Zoe and Naitiri, rather, she's like, you know, she kind of moves from the heart. So it was like, how do we close it? And so she helped me have like a rope that I wore for a long time that was across it was really tight. And I wouldn't do that again either, because I still feel it like in my neck. I was like, ugh, you know. But it was good and necessary for the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Stick.
Yeah, thank you. My question is about Avatar Fire and Ash. Would you tell us a bit more about what it was acting with, what was it called? Acting with the
motion
environment.
capture?
Yeah, the motion capture, because I heard it was very, like, you get into the character, into the environment.
Yeah, so it was really curious, because like the most technical film ever, probably technological film ever, it felt like a theater rehearsal. It was like it felt like a school playground, and so we were all so free and so at ease, and also, I mean, come on, it's like Sigourney Weaver and Zoe Saldana and slang and, like, you know, it's like the level of excellence. So that we were building this, and James Cameron, I mean, come on. So we were building this world, and it was really easy to play with one another. And anything that we needed, whether it's a prop, whether it's an experience that we needed in order to tell the story and make it feel real, James Cameron would make sure that we have that. Whether it's training, whether it's an experience in the jungle so that you get to know what it feels like to walk in the jungle barefoot, like, or whether it's a prop like your stick, you know, that would be a really cool Varang stick for the next film. And you know, all of these things, he would make sure that we had everything that we need to make it feel real, and then the rest we would just imagine. And it's actually really easy to imagine. It's really easy. We do it all the time. You know, how many times a day are we like in traffic and we're just like, oh my God, what if I talk to this person? Yeah, I'm going to say this, like, I'm going to say it just like this. And then, well, they'll probably say this. And then, maybe a dragon will come. And then, you know, we spend so much time imagining. It's just really cool to get behind the wheel and actually do some intentional imagining. And that was what was really fun. So, yeah, and we can all do that all the time.
Okay, thank you very much.
You guys are doing that here a lot. I can see it.
How would you feel if your character died?
I would feel very sad, because I really like Varang. I like playing her, and I really like Avatar, and I want to be in as many avatars as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, today you look so beautiful. So my question is, how was the experience in Avatar 3? How you were feeling while the film was recording? Yeah.
Wow, so many things. one story that is really cool that I'll share with you is the first time that I saw Avatar. I was also at the time I was Avatar 1. This is Avatar 1, the first one. And I was working with indigenous people from the rainforest, from the Amazon, from this tribe called the Huniquin. And these guys, they wear feathers on their head, and they sing songs, and they live in the rainforest, and they have these cool weaves, and they have all these medicines, and they work with tobacco. And it was like, wow, these people are like the avatar, the Navi of our world. And it was really cool because I was working with those guys, and I've been working with different indigenous communities from all over the world. I work with like 65 leaders. They're traditional spiritual leaders from different tribes from everywhere in the world, like from Burkina Faso and New Zealand and the jungle and the mountains and the desert. And it's like, you know, there's probably cool people here in Bulgaria that have pretty sick traditional ways. Yeah. And so one day on the Avatar film set, I got to bring some of my friends from the rainforest, and they did a ceremony with incense. You know, like the frankincense that they do over there in the church that I saw here in the St. Alexander Church. So it was really such a joy to see that these two separate parts of my life, you know, over here I was working with indigenous tribes, and over here I was doing my film and television stuff, and then the two areas of my life that I care about almost like the most, they came together in this one moment, and they were doing a ceremony for like 4.5 hours for 400 people. They blessed everybody off, and they sang some song. They wore their feathers, and it was like such a special moment. And afterwards, they were like, "There's nothing that has ever happened like this in Hollywood." Like we like basically commandeered the ship for a few hours. That was really cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello there.
Cool headband.
So this question is about the acting in the Avatar 3. So my question is, what was the hardest scene to act, truly? That's my question.
The scene in the yurt with Quaritch, where I go, and you know, he gets all trippy, and you know, that scene was really important to me, that scene, because that's also where she shares her life and why she is the way that she is. And on top of it, there's this whole kind of seduction that's happening, and on top of it, there's this whole strategy, manipulation stuff that's happening. So it was a very complex scene. And I really wanted to get it right. So I put a lot of pressure on myself for that scene. And so when we shot it really fast. Like, we did it like 3 times, and it was done. And I was like, oh, shit. And I thought about this scene for like a year and a half. Like, it was haunting me. And then sometime later, Jim asked me to go down and do a little bit of extra shooting, because I had to, do a little bit of extra shooting on the Night Wraith for some battle scene or whatever. So I went down and did some reshoots, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell him. I'm just gonna ask him if we can just do that again. I didn't do it good enough. Please just and then like a kid, he comes up to me and he goes, I want to show you something. And I was like, what? And he took me to the cinema that there is in the studio. And he put my 3D glasses on. He was like, and he sat down next to me, and he showed me the scene in the yurt that I'd been having nightmares about for the past year. And it was awesome. And he finished it. He rendered the whole thing. It was awesome. And he spent the whole time looking at me like this. He was like, and then the scene was over, and he was like, do you like it? And I was like, it really is amazing, you know? So it's funny that like the scene that I was most afraid of and that gave me nightmares is also one of his favorite scenes.
And you guys have fantastic chemistry in that scene. It's amazing.
I know, we had so much, I mean, we had so much fun off, like, there was a lot of prep work for that scene because our friendship got so deep so fast. Like, his family, his wife, like, we really, like, Steve Lang, weirdly, reminds me of my mother more than anybody else in this whole world. It's like, he's such a meathead, but it's like, so we got really close. So that scene was, you know, all of the chemistry that you see, that's just like a year of having some good laughs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, so I have a question about Avatar. So, like, you know how the avatars and the Navis don't really look like humans? And I was thinking, have you ever had like a moment while watching Avatar that you looked at your character and said like, I can't believe this is me?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that right now, you know. Yeah, it's cool because the way that performance capture works is that they really, it's very strange because it doesn't look like me in so many ways, but they keep my mouth, so the mouth is all, that's all, it's pretty much photoreal. And then they have all of these very specific imaging, capturing things in your face. And so all of the way that your face moves, the way that your muscles move, the way that your body moves, it's like, that's all so much, like, you know how you can see somebody walking on the other side of the room and you can't see their face, but you know who it is? Because you just know them, you know their walk. And they could be wearing a hood and you can't see them, but you'll know who it is because you know how they walk. So it's like that. So then it's like taking all of basically my spirit and then putting it in like this crazy makeup. So yeah, it's really, really trippy because it is so me and it's totally not at the same time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Oona. You look fantastic today. Thank you. I have a Game of Thrones question. I'm a big movie lover, but I'm a huge fan of reading too. So I remember when I was reading the book published in Bulgaria back in 2011. So when I was reading the Red Wedding scene, I was so devastated that I couldn't sit still. So I ran around the house to find someone to share my shock and burden. My mother remembers how I rushed into the kitchen sobbing loud and crying with a big book in my hands. But he's killing them. He's killing my people. She didn't understand then, but I forced her to read the book and she did lately. So my question is, have you actually read the book or you just read the movie script?
I haven't read the books.
Try someday.
I know, I really want to. I think because my character wasn't in the books, I just was like, oh, you know, I like reading nonfiction, so I'm gonna get to it. I will, because he's a genius, and like, I love the series, so the books must be even better, because that's always what happens. The books are always better than the films, so.
Thank you.
Hello. Can I please ask you to get into the character of Varang and please give us a quote from the movie?
Oh my God.
Okay, if you give me $33 million.
Do you have $33 million?
Only 32.
32?
So-
I'll do it.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, no, I can't get into the character because it takes actually quite a lot of work. But what can I do? I can tell you that I am the fire. I promise. Swear to God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Will you be able to give us a spoiler of a movie or TV show you're going to do in the future? And if not, a movie franchise or TV show you want to do?
Oh, that's a good one. What I want to do. I'm actually going to start working with the guys from Game of Thrones again. So I'm going to do the 3-body problem. I'm going to start filming.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which I'm so excited about because it was really funny because when we were doing the Avatar tour thing, we did a luncheon. I didn't even know that was a word, but it was a luncheon. It's like a lunch. I don't know why they put the in at the end, but it's just a lunch. And I saw them there, and I hadn't seen them for years. I was like, David, Dan, what the fuck, you guys? And I was like, your show is amazing, because I'd seen the first season. I was like, your show's amazing. And they just looked at each other, and they looked at me, and they were like, you want to be in it? I said, yeah. So they wrote me a part, and it's a little part, but I'm just so excited to go and work with those guys again, because I love them. They're just genius, and the show is really good too.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
Hi, can I ask you
again?
What was real, what was CGI, and what was visual effects on Avatar?
It's all visual effects.
But was there something like in the costume, like your head thing? What was real?
That's the crazy part. So we try and make it feel as real as possible on the day, but we're not even on a green screen. I mean, it's like we're basically in black pajamas with dots on our face, and that's it. And then we have like gray, like Lego structures that are all the trees. And so you have to imagine everything. And then they go, and that's why it takes so long for the films to come out, because then they go through and they make every pore, every wrinkle, every feather, and they have to also, they build. So, you know the battle scene where Varang has like this really cool feather, like, jacket? They build that, and then they film it with wind going at it to simulate the flying, and then they film it, and then they give the film to the animators, and then the animators have to make it with their, I don't know, magic. I don't know how they do it. But so everything that you see is CGI, which is just goes to show the talent and the skill and the genius and the effort that it requires, you know, to make these films.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, hello. So this kind of bounces off one of the previous questions, but given the absolutely amazing performances you've given it up to now in Game of Thrones and Avatar, in all the projects you've done, do you have a dream role of like a book adaptation or a movie remake? Anything that has been done up to now or will still be adapted? Do you have anything that you would dream of doing, that you would dream of presenting?
Yeah, there's one book. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Doris Lessing. Has anybody here read any Doris Lessing? Haha, I'm about to change your lives. Okay, Doris Lessing, she has this book series called Canopus in Argos, which is a science fiction series, and it's freaking amazing. And the second book is called Marriages Between Zones 3, 4, and 5, and it's one of my favorite books ever, and I would love to play that part.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Thank you, and please read it. Doris Lessing, Canopus and Argus. It starts with Shikasta, Marriages Between Zones 3, 4, and 5, and it's like the Syrian Empire, and then emissary from, anyway, it's 5 books, amazing.
I will check if we have them translated in Bulgarian. Yeah, we might.
Hello. I have a question about the Red Wedding. How long before the shooting did you have the script and you know that something like that is going to happen?
Well, I knew that I was going to die when I got the job.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I got the job, they were like, "You're gonna die at the end of season 3," and I was just like, "Okay, well, I hope it's a cool death." But then I don't know how long it was between receiving the script. I mean, the Red Wedding pretty much takes up like at least half of the last episode.
Yeah.
So it can't have been that long. I can't remember how much time it was. But yeah, it didn't feel real until we were there, and then it felt way too real.
I have a suggestion. Here in Bulgaria, we have a tradition of dancing on a red hot coal. And you can tell Cameron to do something like this. In the
That'd be
next
cool.
time.
Yeah, I'm down. I was
Yeah.
doing it a little bit last night. I can do some more today.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice
Thank you.
Здравейте! Знаете ли някаква дума на български език?
Do you know any word in Bulgarian?
I know barcelet. Barceleti. It's a type of bird.
Say it again.
Barcelet.
Въртолет.
Barzulet. Okay.
Borzolet. So I don't. And then that's it.
You know da as well.
Da. And dobro.
No. There we go.
А знаете ли какво е баница?
Do you know what banitsa is? Did you try the pastry?
Banitsa.
The pastry with the cheese?
Yeah. I had some of that last night, actually.
Благодаря.
Thank you.
I like the tartor. It's like really good.
Hey, yo, what was your first thought when you watched the complete Avatar movie? When you watched for the first time Avatar, the complete.
So the first time that we watched it, it was the day before the premiere in Los Angeles. And Jim took all of the actors, all like the main cast, we all went to the studio, to the cinema that we have in the studio. And we had, that was how we saw it for the first time, was just Jim and us. And it was so cool. Because I was a little afraid, like I was like, oh, what if I don't like it? Because I don't, just because I'm in it doesn't mean I'll like it. So I really wanted to like it. And I didn't like it, I loved it. And I was really cool in it, and that was like mind-blowing. And then just the way that it was, so after the film was done, we all just sat there, like nobody really even said anything, as we were all like, oh my God. Like, because it's exhilarating journey, and we did it, we did it. It felt like a huge accomplishment. And then we all got a little bit drunk.
Thank you.
Hello. I have a question about the creative collaboration, the work with Cameron. James Cameron is a legendary perfectionist. What was the most intense or memorable direction he gave you on the set that completely changed how you viewed your character?
That was I mean, he is an absolute genius, first of all. So just being in his presence is a masterclass in what it means to be human and to dare to be great. So that just being in his presence is already like incredible. And then the biggest note that he gave me was at the beginning of this thing where when she's afraid, she goes towards it. That was the most specific, most accurate note. Outside of that, he didn't really give me that much direction. And I was like, dude, tell me what to do. And he was like, no, you got it, figure it out. And so I was a little bit worried that he was leaving me. Like, I'm like, I don't know, is this normal? Like, he's just James Cameron. He's not telling me what to do. And so, yeah, it was a journey. But I learned so much from his presence because he's somebody that has a lot of integrity with their word. And it's something that's rare nowadays. You know, people are like, oh my God, I'm dying. Or like, oh my God, I'm so hungry, I'm starving. It's like none of those things are real. And in doing all of those, saying these things every day, a little bit, it's making us lose the power of our word. And he doesn't. He says it how it is. And so when he says something, it's very powerful. And just that was like such a privilege to be around. It's like he's the total legend. I hope he comes here one day. He'd like it in Bulgaria.
I would, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It would be fantastic. Thank you. Guys, I am so sorry. We are really out of time. I will just allow one more question. I am really sorry.
Hello. My question is about Game of Thrones. If the Red Wedding didn't happen, what did you want to happen with your character, Talisa Stark?
I mean, come on, she'd make a magnificent queen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, come on. Like a queen, a leader who is truly in service and who isn't interested. Like she comes from royalty, right? So Talisa has like this whole kind of like Valerian kind of empire like thing. She left that to go be a nurse. Like that is the best kind of leader, the leaders that serve. You know, and so for me, that's what I would want for her. That was what I would want for myself, you know, is like to have that kind of leadership in my life.
Yeah, the Queen of the North.
Thank you. Well, let's give a huge round of applause for the Queen of the North. Oona, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for your excellent questions, you guys. That was such a pleasure. Thank you.
And choosing Bulgaria to do your first Comic-Con, that's really awesome.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I might never do one again, just because this was too good.
It's okay. We'll be very happy to be the first ones. Thank you. Another round of applause, please. Thank you.